That highway, no map, no plan, knuckles wide on the bars, engines roar like a band.
Knuckles white on the bar, huh?
Good
morning. A moto morning. I like that. Hey, and Rob. Yeah, we got a small little gathering this morning. We started off good. Crystal, happy morning to you. Good to see you.
Tan.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Crystal just came
Good
in.
morning.
I like the Happy Chickens intro and the song you wrote on that, Mac, for me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Had that Knuckles white on the bars. you come up with some great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are we going to start this morning?
The old deep voice. Ooh.
Morning, Shadow.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Something wrong with you?
Well, hey, I found some new buttons over here.
New buttons.
Go ahead, press a button. Anybody else got a button? Press one. I dare you.
Oh man, what's up, Robert?
Like the old
The
Energizer
fastest button in the world.
Yeah. you remember
Morning, Rob. Morning, Connie.
the Energizer commercial when they put the battery up on his shoulder? And this is 70s, man, probably late 70s, early 80s. He said, go ahead, try that. Just try and knock that off my shoulder or something. One of the tough guy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's great.
Yeah. Like classic old commercials.
Yep.
Cowboy, good morning.
Crystal
Ooh.
Miller.
Yeah.
Morning, Connie.
Oh, Crystal, what state were you in? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I might never found out, but if you wanna fill us in what part of the country you're from, that's cool. Don't have to be too specific.
Still have some troubles with my S's.
Oh, shit.
You know when you set me up for a sound effect, don't you? Huh? Here, let's prime him a little bit, see if he bites.
Oh,
Of course I did. I'm like a fish.
That's great. When you sent me that picture of you catching that fish, I was so excited for you, bro.
Yeah, it was us talking about it, the feeling, how nice it is. And usually when you go out, a lot of times, you can come home skunked. You went fishing. You didn't go catching.
Yeah, you didn't go catch. Yeah, you
No.
Is that why you're staring?
When I finally knew I was going to have a picture, my first outing on the boat, and the old Yamaha started on the second pole, and I was so happy about that. I was like, oh, because I stress when that thing sits out there for 4, 5, 6 months without, I'm like, God, did things turn to jelly on the inside? And
Yeah.
so what does she say here? Dakota? You're
Yeah,
in North Dakota? Oh my goodness, man. Let's send out some
He's
prayers.
in North Dakota. North
Crystal?
Dakota.
Not that North Dakota. We're just talking weather-wise.
I felt these eyes burning a hole in the back of my head, and I turn around, and Leia and Jade are both staring at me. I'm like, do you want to go out? And they're like,
yeah. Crystal, I grew up in Minnesota. My first I didn't really grow up. I was raised. Let's say that. And American Outlaws from Bismarck up that way there, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. As our state sign says, where the wet begins. I've never seen that sign. Oh, Red Lady. Yeah. Good morning.
Yep, morning, Red Lady.
Oh, mercy. Feel for you there, Red Lady. I know you've been missing the other half. Being out on the road. James Coates, good. We caught you this morning. Would you come in yesterday on our tail end? We're
Yeah.
just getting ready to hit the outro. Hi, Fat. How are you? That's a cool logo you got there. Is that what we call them? Are they logos? Little icons. What's the proper
Avatar?
name? Thumbnail?
Avatar.
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 Wow. This is the smart one in the bunch, by the way, up there in the top right. Sick bastard. You know, if you need a genius answer for an
No.
excellent question.
Only because I've changed mine so much, and it says adjust avatar.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Change
I
avatar.
just went with my statement, you know, and just took it, you know, like, yeah.
I should have rolled with that
He
one.
is
I know.
correct.
I
Yes,
know.
he is very correct.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's
That was
fun.
a hog bass. Yeah, bad. It was a nice one. It was 4.14 pounds. I was like,
Dude.
good Lord. And it was a stout fish. It wasn't thin. It wasn't super fat either, but man.
Dude, it looked huge, bro. It looked, and you weren't holding it toward the camera. Like, you weren't shoving it in the camera's face. You were just like,
I have to kind of do up high and then come up from underneath it, which kind of makes the perspective a little weird and off. But it, and I wanted to grab my selfie stick and do it because I got that nice one. But you know, when you're in the excitement, and you got the fish there. Really, all I want to do is get that picture and throw that fish back. Make sure you don't keep them out too long where they struggle trying to acclimate to get back into the water and be okay. And I thought, like, the hook was laying in his mouth.
really? Yeah.
I just like when I went to go, because I was all done. I was like, the hook was just laying. I was like, I didn't even hook this thing. How did it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, must have been real lucky because when he got up to the boat, he didn't do all that, you know, this here. He did it earlier, but by the time he got to the boat, he was tired. He was pulling hard. Otherwise, he'd have probably got off too.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, exciting.
Good morning, Tara. Oh,
Yeah. Rob's neighbor. Yeah, man. Good morning. Good morning.
I was like,
There's-
damn, cool.
there's American Outlaw.
There's the other Dakota guy. Crystal's up that way too. There, by the way.
Yeah, I felt like I caught a fish when you caught a fish.
I know, right?
I was like, oh yeah.
I appreciate you being excited for me. It made my day. I think I sent out about 2, 3, 4. I think Rob Moto was the first one to get it because he was actually texting me and, you know, showing me he's got a brand new Shure microphone like these here, like this that I got, and he was, you know, excited about that and glad he was thinking of me. And then while I was texting him there, boom, got the big. I was like, hey, guess what? Guess what just happened?
Yeah, I wish I could have been there. But,
Oh man, yeah.
How that can go.
Yeah.
Oh, I had somebody netting. I'd had 2 of them. I couldn't get to that net fast enough. By the time I did, I'm sitting there holding that up, grabbing at the net, and it went up in the air and flopped off right in front of me there. It's like,
Yeah. When do you have to start worrying about alligators? Like South Carolina?
I've never seen one.
Mr. Gregory? They have them in Georgia, right?
Yeah, we got some down Okefenokee Swamp and stuff. Yeah,
Be right back.
we got them here.
What about South Carolina? You got them in Mississippi, Louisiana, right?
And
Yeah.
Alabama. And
They're probably there.
And Alabama?
Yeah, they ain't gonna mess with you. Don't mess with them.
Yeah, I don't want to go to listen. As long as you have a gun and you're walking in front of me, Mr. Gregory, I'm good.
If you don't shoot them a certain place on top of the head, you ain't gonna hurt them no way. You just piss them off.
You got to get it right between the eyes or something.
Yeah, you don't ever watch Swamp Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only got about a quarter size spot where you got to hit them. Well, you just make them mad.
Who
Get them off.
we making mad?
They don't fool we. We used to go down on St. John's River all the time and mess with them.
Yeah.
Oh, alligators still.
Yeah, you got to piss them off pretty bad before they fool we.
Yeah, but like
Those-
that's their surroundings, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they pretty laid back. They usually take 15, 20 times, hit them on the head with a crankbait before they
Mm.
want to grab it.
Yeah. Rob asking, how you doing there, Ray? I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Robert.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Got out roads up, been riding.
Mm.
I ain't gonna ride today. The weather ain't gonna be all that great. I need to cut grass, but
I got to do that my first.
can't nobody see my yard, so I ain't worried about it. If somebody can see my yard, it shouldn't be on my property.
Yeah.
It's really a bummer that you have to worry about your pipes freezing this time of year yet. You're pretty north. I know our friend the Viper. Everybody know the Viper? Viper 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just headed back up from Arizona
Wow.
to Canada yesterday, I think it was. He split it up into 2 parts to drive.
You just cut your lawn, Moto, no?
Yes, I did. Yeah. A few days ago, got my first one in. I'm usually a little bit late on that. And I was like, man, let's just get it on this year.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, I just wanted to feel good that I was responsible and did something is what it was. Like, oh, yeah, I feel better. Because you hear everybody else in the neighborhood mowing and working and getting all their stuff looking nice. I'm just like, meh, yeah.
Everyone's way too motivated today.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I live where I live. I don't live on the main street where you got to keep your grass cut. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I know. Neighbors start coming by you, giving you corner eye,
Yeah. I cut mine maybe once a month.
Yeah.
I've had the yard of the year sign, or not year, but whatever, yard of the week, I guess they call it. Yeah, like, I don't know, 3-4 times in the 10 years I've been here, but I haven't got them lately. I've slacked off a lot.
Yeah.
You live in a what's that, HO?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're supposed to pay like, what is it, $15-$20 every so often. Because we
Yeah,
get a few lights, like yard lights going down our sidewalks, and a little medium that they put flowers in and advertise little events that they might be doing as you enter our neighborhood off the main road. So it's kind of
my first wife, we bought a house. I was so happy to get out of that.
Yeah, huh?
Your grass they'll get out there with a measuring tape.
Oh,
red lady.
They'll send, if you don't cut it, they'll send you a fine. That's bull, man.
We had an HOA across the street from us, and them low-life pieces of crap would come over there. And that one guy gave me a warning about not having a light on my flag. And I told him, I said, look at your piece of crap across the road. You don't even have a freaking flag up. Get the hell out of my yard.
There you go.
There you go, Mr. Mac. Exactly. Well said.
That was a good one.
They took their little tail between their legs and left. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that was the neighborhood across the road, wasn't it? That had nothing to do with you, did it?
Let's see.
He wanted to mind my business. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was 4.14. Of course, I rounded it off to 5 because a 5-pounder sounds better.
Yeah.
That was a nice chunk. And you see, I had the GoPro on too, so that's how I was able to make a couple little shorts from it, or a short, which was nice. And I had a big old smudge on the front. I don't know, maybe it wasn't the fish, because that was the first one I actually got landed. But I must have leaned into something and had a smudge on it. But
me and my uncle got a week. Just me and him. We're going down to the lake from the 12th to that Sunday to Thursday. week of the 14th of May.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice, Rob.
I got to get my boat out, check my batteries, crank it up, let it run a little bit.
Oh, they don't make the boat. Is that what you're saying? He says, I'm the master of the quick release. I don't even put them in the boat. They just let them get off, right?
I don't know.
That's a good one.
I don't keep,
No, me neither. You're just talking about, I was talking about earlier how I tried to get them off, get that picture and get them back in the water quick.
Yeah.
And I just assumed that comment meant it got off at the boat. Ooh.
After I was out riding yesterday, I come
Yeah.
home and baked a little pan pie.
Baking.
And it was like about the thickness of a pan pizza, and filled
Yeah.
with apples. With put all kind of cinnamon and a
Wow.
little brown sugar baked on the top. You know that's good for a diabetic.
Yeah.
Great for diabetic, Mr. Griffin.
Yeah, shove one in his face there.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, certain times it can be, huh? When you need to get that sugar
Oh,
back
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Where are we at here? Can't get enough coffee. I'm on my second already. I got microwave coffee. I make one of those big pots full, and sometimes you don't get to them, and I just throw it in the fridge. And I don't even know if you need to throw coffee in the fridge. It ain't like it spoils.
Yeah.
But I do.
Drink it till it's gone.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna throw it. It tastes great. Throw
Don't
some
get-
cream in it.
Ain't got money for that.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, in
Ain't
Maine,
got
ended up.
that.
You ended up doing trout fishing, huh? Outlaw? The North Platte River in Casper, Wyoming. I guess trout can get pretty nice size too. I like that. Bass around here are incredible. I mean, you can get some double-digit bass here. Like Florida's like the dream place to go, you know?
Oh yeah.
They grow all year.
Yeah, that's what they say. And their spawn is starts way earlier than it does here. Like, well, geez, probably in January. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you want to catch a hog, go to Florida.
yeah. We got Florida bass up here. There's ways to tell what kind. We get spotted bass. Some smallies once in a while. I've never caught a smallie here, smallmouth, but I have in Minnesota when I went back after bass fishing a lot here. I just like, wow, the lake I grew up on. I said, man, I'm going to see if I can catch me a bass out here. Because I remember where we had like 4 or 5 cement blocks holding a raft every summer, a floating raft on barrels. I remembered where we had that in my brain, right off the dock. And so I'd throw out trying to hit that cover that's there. And sure enough, I caught several off the dock.
Nice.
It's shallow way out there. There's probably only in 4 or 5 foot of water. And then it finally drops off into 10. But yeah, they're way tougher fish. They fight really harder than the largemouth.
I drove by a little lily pad lake yesterday. You know
Yeah.
it. The frogs would be just chirping out there. And when you see those kind of pads, those little lily pads, there's going to be some good fishing in there too.
Yes. Underneath
That little pond was right. Actually, I went into a dip, and the water was slightly above me to the right, and
yeah.
riding level with the lake. It was pretty cool.
Especially when it's hot, they stay under there for cover and their eyes and everything. That's a great way to find some bass. I hope it's not windy either. I got to go work at the dump. Didn't you be at the dump the other day? Said the wind blows the lids over on the dumpsters. I think it will be my last weekend working there. Oh, actually working there. I thought you were just there treasure hunting.
Hey, Asia.
I'll mess with the gator. Then again, going. Sorry. Mess with gator. I'm also not too bright. Oh, yeah. Yeah, once they start, they're fast. They're lightning fast for a few yards.
I'm walking the other direction. You're on your own.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, man.
Yeah, we had a
Jump on their
guy.
back and ride them a little bit.
He's in
Nope.
the boat. I was in the boat with him, so it was his boat. He saw a snake on the water. I guess the way it might be. I don't know what it was. I thought it was a poisonous one.
Water
'Cause we got
mock.
moccasins here, and in the spring they get vicious. They will chase you. You
Oh
have
yeah,
to.
oh yeah. Over the years, I've had 5 or 6 come up on my boat.
Hell yeah.
Now, are
And
water moccasins and copperheads different?
I've heard there's different names for the same thing, and I'm not sure if that's
Yeah.
the
Well, you
ones.
got water snake,
Yeah,
cottonmouth.
yeah. Just you hear anything vicious like that, it don't matter. Go the other way.
Yeah, but when you ain't expecting it, you happen to turn around in the boat and he's right there, boy.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Oh yeah.
Florida's got the most deadliest snake. The coral snake is the deadliest we have in America.
Yeah.
It's got a
Coral,
little bitty
huh?
mouth, and he poses a very little threat to you. It's got a tiny fangs.
Yeah.
His poison is so deadly, just a little bit of it goes a long way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Still waiting to see. Connie says the alligator walking down the road. Sometimes they walk around in people's yard. Wow. Yeah.
They
No.
hang out by the front door, like in the shaded areas of the houses, like when the where like how near the front door is usually shaded somewhat.
Yeah.
They'll hide in there. They'll hide underneath the sill of the garage and hide in the shade over there. Or else they'll sun, whatever they feel like doing. It's too hot,
Heck,
depending on the
you
heat.
can look on my Facebook at least once a year. I go roll the door up. There's one falls out almost on my head.
Yep.
Last 2 years in a row.
Tara, I hope things look up soon. She says she weeded her entire lawn, then the damn mower broke. Right, I'm ad-libbing here a little bit.
Yeah.
And then got no money, and may not have a job soon. Is that the
medical card.
physical examination and all that stuff you was talking about the other day? I don't know if she was talking about that being a problem. What's
the medical card is going to be an issue with it.
issue?
It has to,
Damn.
yeah.
Damn. And you've been doing this for what, 20 plus years? Like seasoned veteran, yet very young. Well, you look young anyway. Thank you for sharing the good job, old Mac. Thank you for sharing. And a good job, old Mac. You shared something. What were you sharing?
Labor? Oh, my video.
Oh, yeah.
Sharing the love, man.
Yeah, sharing the love.
Yeah.
Man, as long as you're sharing. Could you share, please? No.
I don't know how many people caught the one about the barefoot boy. That was in honor of Easter, which is coming up, I mean, the season of the horizon. I tried to put a little bit of a little mixture of music rather than just one straight long string of the same stuff.
One of them, if you're going to catch it, I'm going to go eat it. Yeah, that's how I grew up in Minnesota, Crystal. Like, we had stringers and we did whatever we kept and eat, and that's good. That's good to harvest those fish and eat off the water, the land. Eat off the water. Why do you say that with you're eating off fish? It's not eating off the land, right? Oh, but yeah, that's the way. But when I started bass tournaments, it was required. You never could keep your fish. So it was really weird throwing fish back at first. Now I can't keep them. They're so beautiful. And
yeah,
you're just like, man, somebody else is going to get that same joy and get a picture with this fish that I just caught one day, and it's a lot of fun. Good morning, Asia. I have to leave early. I got to make an appointment today down in Norfolk and then come back. I don't even think I'm going to be going to work. So if somebody wants to do an after coffee show, and I have to leave probably right at around our 30-minute mark, which is not far away. Yeah. So I don't know if Sick wants to do one or old Mac does sometimes. Ray, I haven't seen you do a live in a minute. What's up with that?
I don't know. Just,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go to the
things.
So I
can't.
Life.
I don't know.
Don't matter.
Anybody would like for me to, I'll stay on for a couple of hours with you.
That'd be great.
I gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah, if
I
you're
have a doctor's appointment today, the endocrinologist.
Yeah, old man's got one tomorrow, so that's what I'll be doing. Got to be there at 9 o'clock.
yeah. In the old future, Mac, you can always do have one set up before you even come here, and I just do a little redirect over to you. We can use that fancy little tool, and nobody even has to go click on you. Poof, like magically there.
Yeah.
I think that's the coolest thing ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime you want to do that, like, because like within any of my mornings, real not my mornings, but our mornings, just do one. What is it like? Say like 10:30. I'm usually on here an hour, sometimes an hour and a half.
Yeah.
On regular mornings. Cowboy says I need to send you some poppy craw and tube prototype bapes, Motobomb. That's right. You put out a fishing. I think you did a fishing video soon. I remember that's when I went to your channel. It was one of the first things I saw him talking about. I think that's when I hit the subscribe. I think you did something recently. Yeah, I would not deny any fishing bait. I've got so much plastic that's old now. So I've gone every Saturday to get rid of stuff and treasure hunt. Yeah. So you dump what 20% off and you bring home 40 more? Is that
That's not a good equation.
yeah, that's how it works. So and then you get paid to work. It's taking a mental toll seeing all the waste. Yeah, it's like you're rescuing. See a snake in the water, I'm not going in. Yeah. I just don't like going in the water. I grew up being in the water all the time. We waited every summer so we could swim, and that's when you get to go hang out with your friends and be with the girls, in bathing suits. And yeah, it was a good time when you were younger. And we water skied all the time and
Yeah.
did anything you could on behind the boat. I'd get on a piece of styrofoam and try and do it like a skateboard. I did that one time, hit the wake and it snapped in half.
Nice.
But it was pretty fun.
Hey, Buck Brown.
Inner tubes. Morning,
Yeah,
Rolling
Buck.
Throttle.
What's up, Buck? What's up, Rolling
Ooh.
Throttle?
Are you going to keep that big? He's got the most biggest, hugest beard. Like, it gets so huge. Are you going to keep that in the summer? You keep that all summer long?
Yeah, that's got to be hot, bro.
Woo! You like a big old beaver hanging off your chin all year. You know what I mean? I would think it would, but whatever. People do it. They know how to.
It's hot with long hair. I can't imagine with long hair.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice one. Oh. Yeah, Crystal, it's been good I'm glad you come back. You're kind of the new person and stuff that you come back a few times and you're always welcome here, by the way. Chasing Ghost says, I have to have doctor's letters for my physical. Don't know if I can get new ones soon enough or in my ones from October are still good. Generally 3-month wait. I have less than 30 days. Man, the stress level's got to be high in your neighborhood, man. Hope the best for you. Hope it works out. I'm sure it will. This ain't your first rodeo. Rob's neighbor says, is Crystal still? Yes, she is. And that's where I saw her was on your live, one of your lives you did late at night. I went over, I said hi to Crystal in her channel, commented on a short or two, and here she is. I get to know her a little bit. And Crystal says, I found the room that Rob's neighbor is in. Thought I'd hop on over here and hit the like button. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You can come in. Who's broadcast? Was somebody broadcasting? Who's broadcasting? Is that old Mac? Yeah.
Mac, yeah.
See, you must know old Mac too. She was in your room earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes our chats get separated when that happens. So if you see something weird like that, that's all it is. Don't worry. I usually put everything up here on the greetings, Earthling. I thought that was a key fob line, but we got buck too. Like,
Nano.
yeah, nano.
I don't
Nano,
know.
nano.
Wonder how many people actually remember that, huh? You got to be
Mork
pretty
and
old to
Mindy.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mork and Mindy.
Mm-hmm. Which
So we
kind of
found
all stemmed off of what Happy Days and stuff, Laverne and
Yeah.
Shirley and things
Shirley.
like that. You know. All right, you
Mhm.
guys, I've got to get rolling here.
Yeah.
I thought Dean was going to be done soon. Yes, I am. Yes, do that. Yeah, I am. I have to go right now. I just get distracted. It's 10 o'clock, so
All
and
right,
I got
brother.
take my son to an appointment. We got to go across through that tunnel again, and then I got to come home. And I'm not going to try to go back to work and go through that tunnel. By the time we get back, it'll be like a 5-mile line.
Yes.
It's going to take me a couple of minutes. I have to go over there and get
Yeah.
in my old Mac costume. You know, I wear different
Yeah.
clothes over here. You know, different.
Yeah,
This is a different persona. You see, old Mac there. He's, you know, this
you
is
can let
all.
loose over there on Old
Now,
Matt
this is
channel.
all phony here. It's all, you know, script written and everything. But over
Yes,
over
stick in the
there
mud.
with old Mac, it's, you know, let your hair down, man.
Freestyle.
You got to go to the changing
Freestyle.
room and the powdered
Oh, yeah.
room. And
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw one of your comments. You was doing that, saying that G to the O and the whatever. You were like, you gave somebody
Yeah, I told
a
him
reply like that.
I think that was 2-4. He wanted
2 4. Yes, it
and
was.
where could he find my music? I said,
Yeah.
G to the O,
Yeah.
4-0.
You was slanging them hard.
Yeah. I think that was
was
Sick.
like
I
that.
think Sick gave me that. That's my street name, man.
Yeah.
O to the G.
It's from the streets.
4-0.
Okay. Max from the streets. All right.
Oh
Don't,
man, yeah.
you know, say what you want over there on his live, but be careful. There could be repercussions.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah. You would crack that whip on you, man.
Because wherever I go, you remember I got so many guns, the FCC, the CIA, USG,
Got so many
CBS,
initials.
just got poke around.
Counting down the weeks now. What are we counting down the weeks to? Something happening?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
Well, going to BAM.
I think he's paying off that truck.
Oh,
Oh, damn. You were going to stop and hang out at the live? Well, you have to go over to Old Mac. Maybe you get better reception over there. He'll help you out. All right. We're going to hit the end button, you guys. Love you all. Thanks for showing. And maybe tomorrow morning we'll have another coffee together. Sounds
All
good to
right.
me. All right. Thank
I'll
you,
see
Ray.
you guys
Thank
over
you,
on the
Sid.
other side.
Thank you.
Bye
Yep.
bye.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Um,
Yeah, so thank you everyone for having a wonderful coffee with me, man. It is much greatly appreciated. I think we started the day off right, so you know, just we'll love on your peeps. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them, and just go out, have the best day you can. Spread it out there. We'll see you again soon. Bye.